Meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order, and the chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilman Harris.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Councilman Avery is absent today. Councilman Eccles.
Here.
Stewart.
Here.
Councilman Cannon is also absent today. Councilman Reed.
Here.
We do have a quorum present. The meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Jeremy Ward to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Lord, we thank you for the day that you've blessed us with. We thank you for the freedom to be able to gather and to govern. God, I pray this morning that for our leaders that you would give them wisdom, that you would uplift them, and that you would give them right decisions to lead our city into the future. And God, we will give you the praise and the honor and the glory for it. For it's in thy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and the city council meeting held on November the 20th.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
Chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of the accounts for the week of November the 16th through the 22nd.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations, I don't guess there are any. Unfinished business, we have none. Resolution authorizing grant agreement with Alabama Department of Transportation. This is a pass-through grant of federal funds for a van to be used to transport seniors or therapeutic patients. The total amount is $48,716.50, and the city's 20% match is $9,743.30. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
New business, is there any? I know there is.
Mr. President.
Somebody speak up.
Mr. President, I have a resolution that I would like to ask for unanimous consent to consider today. It's a resolution authorizing satisfaction of a nuisance abatement lien on property located at 1413 Stroud Avenue by John James.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President, this is another example of a situation where the city has liens against property and a citizen has come forward to purchase that property to relieve us of the duties and responsibilities of maintaining that property.
Is there any other discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any other?
Yes, Mr. President, I have actually 3 items, 2 of which I'll bring up together, and another one separately. I'd like to ask for unanimous consent to consider these today.
Second.
Clerk, will you take?
Those in favor to consider both ordinances, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yeah, I guess I better talk about what these are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Good idea.
We all know what they are. The audience does not.
The first 2 are related to the authorizing, one's an ordinance authorizing acquisition of airport authority property in the amount of $275,000, and the second is an ordinance authorizing a budget amendment to reflect this. Essentially what the city has done at this point is in lieu of including the airport authority in the budget for this year, understanding and knowing that we would be very much involved in it's needful that we have an ownership interest in this property for future industrial development concerns. We're again purchasing we're authorizing acquisition of this property and of course, amending the budget to reflect the offset to our allotment for the Airport Authority.
Any other? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt both ordinances, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any other?
Yes, Mr. President, the next item that I'd ask for unanimous consent to consider today is a resolution authorizing agreement with Milliam for Gadsden 45 audit. I'd like to ask that we consider that today.
Second. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second. Any discussion?
Yes, sir. I'd like to apologize to Lisa and Milliman for butchering that name there. But this is, again, for actuarial consulting. I think on an every 2-year cycle, we have a responsibility to have our financials assessed from an actuarial firm. And as I understand it, this is the firm that's done the historic audits for us. So we're looking for some good results. We'll actually get a chance to see how some of the budgetary changes that we've made will impact. So we look forward to this one.
You know, you might say that as it is now, our future indebtedness is over $100 million. So maybe some of those changes will reduce that figure. I hope drastically. Is there any other discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any other new business?
Mr. President, just for a point of clarification on the previous items about the Airport Authority property, the one to acquire the property should actually be a resolution, so we, in fact, have a resolution and an ordinance rather than two ordinances.
Okay. Okay, is there any other new department reports, committees, boards, are there any? Remarks by the mayor and the council? Billy, you want to start?
Yes, Mr. President, thank you. I have read the article in Sunday's paper concerning Gadsden State Community College receiving a diversity award, and I would like to congratulate that establishment, that institution, for attaining that status. It is very critical that they understand the need and the necessity for having a diverse campus over there. And I'd just like to congratulate them at this time, and I'd also like to say there'll be more information and more topic and more concern and more interest in that topic to come at a later date. But I encourage us to follow the example of Gadsden State Community College and establish diversity here in the city, county, and state.
Thank you, Mr. President. To echo that sentiment, I'd like to congratulate Gadsden State on that distinction as well. The only other item I have, it's in line with the theme of diversity. There is a business mixer that's being sponsored by the Chamber, the Gadsden, and a couple of other private groups here locally. I think Jake's Music Room and Buffalo Rock and Supreme Beverage. There's a business mixer primarily designated for celebrating minority or celebrating diversity in business that's going to be held on Thursday, November the 29th at 5:15, from 5:15 to 7 o'clock at Jake's Music Room. Do want to encourage, in particular, minority businesses who have an interest in networking and engaging other businesses. But the business community as a whole, we encourage you to come out and support that. And she's going to kill me for saying this, but this is at some level the brainchild of Commissioner Carolyn Parker. She has seen this model successfully implemented in another city, and thought she'd bring it here, and I think it's a great idea. It's an opportunity to help grow the networking opportunities for some of our local businesses. So, again, that's going to be Thursday, November 29th at 5:15 at Jake's Music Room. That's all I have.
Bill?
It's good to see Commissioner Parker with us today. She's yeah. The only thing that I had a kind of a pet peeve is to see political signs long after the election still around our city. So please, whether you won or lost, get your signs up. Let's clean our city up. That's all I have.
We have some church signs out there, don't get them mixed up.
Yeah.
Well, no, they wouldn't. I don't think they'd mix them up in church signs.
Just bring them to me. I use them for target practice. 2 or 3 of them. This morning I read in the paper, yesterday or day before yesterday about the clubs, our dear club licenses we put out to a couple of clubs and what's going on there, starting back again, assaulting our police officers when they make calls. So I'm going to ask city clerk to ask the police department for a report, and I'm going to give that next week and kind of revisit what's going on during the night and during the daytime at these clubs, just to get a good report on it.
I noticed that same one
Yeah,
was in the paper.
yeah. I remember voting on that thing. I thought we were through with those things, but we're not. And so it's continuing on, but I think if we bring a focus to it, maybe through a good report, that maybe we can sidestep and protect our citizens as well as our police officers. We're just sticking them in harm's way is what we're doing. Okay. Next, this week we lost a 29-year veteran of the Gadsden Police Department, Bucky Venn. I wanted everybody to know that the visitation is from 12 to 2 today. The funeral will be at 2 o'clock at Malone Baptist Church in Alabama City. Again, a 29-year veteran, Bucky Venn. That's all I have.
Okay. If there's not anything else, I'll entertain a motion, we adjourn.
So moved.
Which is adjourned.